So let me first start with each of my panelists. So Ashish bhai, would you like to give some of your opening remarks? What do you think?
Thank you, Neerav bhai. First of all, I'd like to thank Samit bhai for organizing this amazing seminar, not webinar. We have too much of Zoom meetings, so thank you for that. It's a wonderful forum, and it's an honor for me to be here, present with all the distinguished guests. Neerav bhai, when we're talking about GMROI and ROI, I can relate to your presentation very well. We are a system-driven company. We are a very delegated structure. We work on basis principles of KPIs. We don't have owners guiding us every day. So we are a professional company, and the KPIs guide our, the business. So we definitely follow the principles of ROI in every aspect of our business. For us, we are in a segment where we are in a trading category of the business in the wholesale. And on a B2B, the margins are not something which we can play around with, or there is a potential to grow more. So our major focus is on inventory and in debtors. So because that's almost constitute 95% of our working capital. So the more we turn that, more we are going to get margins or the return on inventory or in our investment. So that's why I feel, you have really hit the nail on the head. And as a trading side, I really, agree to all your points.
You say you're driven by KPIs. So what's your standard KPIs?
See, as we start business, one thing we are told is that, rule of thumb is that, if you're not making more money than a market interest rate, then you are not doing a business, you're just doing charity. So that's what we follow. And as I said earlier, that gross margin is something which we cannot really play around with because of the competition we are in. So we focus on, the inventory turns and ultimately ROI. Another thing that is important for us is because we are in a variety market, diamond, could be from VVS to PKs, we sell to variety of retailers. So we are selling to somebody who is buying a VVS, somebody who's buying a PK, who's buying a SI, and somebody who's buying a smaller diamond, somebody who's buying a 1 carat, somebody buying a 10 carat. We have it all as a company, as a group. We are, the largest. So we have everything. But for me, in this market, I have to decide what will give me the maximum returns. I cannot, sell everything in this market. So I segment and choose which is the best option, which is the best area for me to give returns back to my company. So I segment my, product profile and then decide where I'm going to put my money in so that, the returns are good.
So you're already segmenting your inventory and you're looking at your performance from that focus already, right?
Oh yes, we have a 5-page MIS that every month get, measured, and we are, telling it to our team. Our teams are looking into it. We are looking into it, and we obviously, as a professionals, are much more accountable than maybe the owners, and so we obviously have to give that, performance back to the company.
So if we look at this from a UAE market perspective, Ashish bhai, what do you think in your segment in this market, this kind of a focus, how is it going to help, say, a wholesaler like you, who is focusing, like you said, on every possible categorization? So how do you think,
See, basically it helps you focus on a certain segment. So once you focus and you measure and you track your performance matrices, you can take corrective actions and you can focus on your star sellers, put more investment in those areas, and come out of the segments which are not moving. So it's a very important thing that we need to take corrective actions for whatever we are doing in past. And COVID has definitely taught us that nothing will remain rosy. We cannot just grow maybe with Dubai growth. We need to individually, every company has to come out with its own growth strategies, understand that there are a lot of pitfalls in and around, so your money should give you the best returns.
So, okay, so what is more interesting is that therefore one needs to focus on this particular aspect very, very closely. And we couldn't have stressed that more than, what we have discussed just with all the segment from a wholesale to retail to an organized retail segment. So I would invite Ashish bhai for your closing remarks, then we can.
From my
What you
side,
think should be the message, what one should be looking at, and where you think, we can look better?
see, I'm a very young guy to give message to all the distinguished guests here, but from our working style, I'm really, blessed to be in a company like KGK, which really is a corporate structure, working in a very professional manner and working with a lot of scientific and financial tools in hand. And that's what I can say, that we just need to measure all our matrices and take decisions based on it. Yes, gut feeling is always very important, but when it is coupled with your matrices, the facts and figures, it really makes a big difference. That's what I can say. Thank you.